How to win. Usually, the winner of a poker hand is the player with the strongest hand in the face down at the end of the hand, also called a showdown, or the player who made the last bet that no one called. In this case, the player wins without revealing the cards. Don't know which is older, a straight or a flush. Forgot how to collect a full house. In the table below you will find all the necessary information about seniority by combination. The strongest hand is listed on the top left, and the weakest hand is the regular high card. Flash, grand piano, street flash, care, full house, flash, street, thrifts, two couples, couple, older map, start of the game. Poker games usually have a required bet, such as the big and small blinds in Hold'em and Omaha. These mandatory bets are placed at the beginning of each hand, creating a starting pot that players can begin to fight over. Bets placed by players in subsequent rounds of bidding further increase the size of the pot. Dealing cards and bidding rounds. After the first cards are dealt, the players go clockwise in order of placement at the table. As a rule, each player can choose one of the following actions. Check. By making a check, you give up the opportunity to bet first. A player can check, skip a move, only when there have been no bids in the current round of bidding. Check passes the right of move to the next clockwise player participating in the deal. If all active players check, they remain in the hand and the round ends. Beta, rate. A player can make a bet if none of the opponents has made a bet in the current round. After the first bet is made, in order to further participate in the distribution, other players must make a call, match the bet, that is, put the same amount in the pot. Fold, pass. The player who made the fold discards his cards and after that can no longer win the current hand or continue participating in it. Call, equalize. A player can call, support if other players have already placed bets in the current round of bidding. To do this, he must deposit into the bank an amount equal to the highest of the opponent's bets. Raise. A player can make a raise, increase the bet if other players have already placed bets in the current round of trading. To do this, he must make a bet greater than the highest bet placed before him. To further participate in the distribution, all subsequent players must match this bet, call, or increase it again, raise. The number of trading rounds depends on the type of poker. Texas Hold'em and Omaha are the most popular variations of poker, and they use the same betting structure, consisting of 4 rounds of betting: pre-flop, flop, turn, and river. The pre-flop round of trading begins after the players have received their whole cards, but before the community cards have been dealt. The flop round is played after the first 3 community cards have been dealt, the turn, after the 4th community card has been dealt, and the river, after the 5th community card has been dealt. In each round of bidding, betting continues until all players have either called or folded. If there were no bets, the round can be completed if all players check. After a round of bidding is completed, either the next card is dealt and the next round of bidding begins, or the hand ends. Below is an example of a Texas Hold'em hand after all the cards have been dealt. As you can see, players can use any of their 2 face-down and 5 community cards to make the best 5-card hand. In this case, 2 whole cards and 3 community cards allow you to make a straight. Table. Opponents' closed cards. General maps. Closed cards. Dissection of cards. Showdown. After everyone has matched the last bet or raise in the final round of bidding, the autopsy takes place. The remaining players in the hand must show their cards, after which the pot or pots is won by the player or players with the strongest combination of cards. Most often, players do not show their cards at the same time, but in turn. One bank can be divided between several players, while the principle of dividing the bank is determined by the rules of the game and the ratio of the strength of the opponent's combinations. Betting limits. Betting limits determine the possible sizes of bets and raises of players. Generally, the following types of limits are used in poker games: no limit, pot limit, and fixed limit. No limit. In games with an unlimited betting structure, each player can bet or raise of any size on any turn in any trading round, up to the size of their entire stack, i.e., the total number of chips they currently have. Pot limit. In pot limit games, each player can bet or raise any amount that does not exceed the size of the pot at the moment. Fixed limit. In games with a fixed limit, each